It's like that situation that we were talking about before with putting product placement in your movies and your TV shows. When you just find the one bald guy on the cast of NCIS and you tattoo like Reese's peanut butter cups onto his forehead and just play the episode completely straight. Damaged. Dude, Jared Leto is a fucking piece of work. He's like a cultist.
You shouldn't have crossed the powder gangers. Now you're going.
Doesn't he have like an island somewhere that he just engages in his own private cult stuff? Isn't that him? What a strange world. I heard about this like a month ago, and you know what? Let me do another quick wiki dive here. Yep. I just typed in Jared Leto cult into Google, and I definitely got some responses here. 30. I'm just gonna read the article titles that I've come across. 30 Seconds to Mars is Jared Leto started a cult. Jared Leto has started a cult on an island, and his followers ... Jared Leto's worst kept secret on the New York Times. Everything we know about Jared Leto's cult, says Blend Mag Online. Jared Leto's cult is basically the new Fyre Fest, says Distractify. Wow. Wow. It looks like Jared Leto may have bought a private island, says this pop culture website as well. Yeah. Yep. I don't think I'm gonna look any more into that, because that just seems like a dangerous rabbit hole to go down. As a professional actor, I feel like Jared Leto is maybe the end result of, like, you have two extremes that you could go down, right? You have your Paragon choice, which takes you down the path of being a Patrick Stewart or a Sir Ian McKellen. And you have a Renegade option that takes you down the path of a Jared Leto. You're just punching that guy, huh? Just gonna keep on punching him. And kicking.
Get him on the ground and stomp on his face.
That's so much. And next time, no, welcome back, Bad Cat. We're just talking about Jared Leto's cult. Yep, and that's as far as we're gonna go into that. I think the next time, totally shifting gears here, I think the next time that Master Chief Collection goes on sale, Bix, you should totally pick that up. Because I really want to play Halo 1, 2, and 3 with you, and they are dropping ODST in like a month. The pre-flight is going on right now, so... as soon as that game goes down in price a little bit, you should probably pick that one up.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like you would very much enjoy them. I mean, Rose and I ran through that Halo, and it took us about 7 hours total, probably, to get through the whole thing. Actually, maybe a little bit less. Maybe more like 5 or 6. It was a good time.
Speaking of good times, now's probably a good time to do an audio check and just make sure we're coming through okay.
Let me dip into the page here real quick. You are a little soft.
I swear I just fixed that.
The game sounds and looks good. We both sound okay, but you're a little bit softer than me for sure.
Let's see what I can do about that really quick. I feel like I just turned it up. Oh,
Generally,
it went all the way back down. Okay. No, wait, it didn't.
you when you're looking at OBS, you typically want your audio level to be your regular speaking voice should be around the yellow mark. It should consistently be in yellow.
Yeah?
And the game around 80% is where you typically want to sit. The game audio should typically be 50 around 50% in that green area. And nothing should peak into red if you can help it.
I'm really having... I'm hesitant to adjust this dial here.
Which dial is it?
The voice dial that makes it louder
On what?
in OBS.
Oh, honestly, did you remember the one that I showed you before?
Mm-hmm.
The advanced audio one?
That's the one.
Honestly, tip that one up half a decibel, and you will probably be fine.
That doesn't seem to be doing the... Tell you what, I'm gonna try something else.
Okay. I will say that you are coming through perfectly fine for me on Discord. Like your volume is good for me.
That's good. I've got an idea here, though.
I'm all ears. Except not literally, because that would be disgusting.
That would be weird.
I think that used to be Radio Disney's sign-on or sign-off or something, was Radio Disney, we're all ears. And I was like, as a child, I would think about that and be like, wait,
That's
what
horrible.
does that mean? I picture in my mind this amorphous blob of ears moving and talking into a microphone. And it makes me really uncomfortable.
Captain Crunch, oops, all ears.
These are some real crunchy ears, Captain.
Okay, this should be better, hopefully.
Go ahead and say anything.
Am I coming in any louder for you? Because I should be.
I will check for you in just a sec. Yeah, that sounds better.
Okay,
Whatever level you're at now sounds really good.
perfect. Let's get back to it.
Yeah. And no, you're not any louder in my ear Discord, just on stream.
That's weird.
Which is good. That's what you want.
You see that bottle fall through the floor?
I will in a few seconds. But I'm looking for it. Oh, there it goes. That bottle is a credit to its team.
There, but for the grace of God, go I.
Yea, and though I walk through the valley of the shadow of bottles,
I shall fear no collision.
I will tell you something that really surprised me yesterday.
Yeah?
I
Now,
was
there's something
playing.
I could fight.
Nani? Orewa? I was playing on stream. I was playing a little bit of Smash Brothers, and I thought that it would be a difficult thing to comment over. And in fact, I found it was difficult to stop talking while I was playing that game.
Well, that's good.
I don't think I said anything of any value whatsoever, but it was a lot easier than I thought to talk while playing it. Also, Joel says in chat, I love Bethesda's glitch fests, and I'm right there with you. Some of these games, I feel like nowadays, and it's always kind of been the case, but I'm always tempted. Oh, I don't like how that body is like gyrating. Is that its breathing animation?
I think it's just haha funny skeleton.
I guess that's horrifying. But you know, people are always tempted to be like, here's the one full fix for everything in New Vegas. We went and we tried to solve as many bugs as possible. And I kind of don't want that. I want bugs that like soft lock or hard lock the system to be fixed. But aside from that, I want all of the rest of them to stay in.
Yeah. There it was. Clancy's fist just ripped through his gloves.
I'm sorry, Master. I had to use that technique. This is when that ending theme for EPO starts playing. The second one that's like wailing guitars and like super dramatic.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have his gloves anymore. What's he gonna do? You can't be a boxer without your gloves. Oh. No.
Oh! Oh no!
I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. Coyote. Coyote.
Oh no.
I knew it.
What a fitting end.
And this is that part again. This is where that EPO music starts coming in. The guitar just starts wailing. Holy shit! You're all the way back here?
Afraid so.
No. That was like a full hour of progress. Of course, you know what you gotta do, laddie. You gotta turn around in another direction, and you just gotta spend an hour walking in another direction.
I think I'm going to eschew the boxing gloves for the time being.
Yeah?
Because I feel like my fists were doing more damage.
Okay. This can be the part where Clancy broke through his gloves with his fists and realized that the power was within him all along, and that all he needs is technique.
Oh no, we'll be going back to the gloves once I get a better pair.
Oh, well then he didn't learn anything from the experience. He's just a drifter.
This is a training montage. This is shadow boxing, but he's like boxing real things.
This is the... You can't say it's shadow boxing, only he's boxing real things. The only thing that shadow boxing, not boxing, and it's just boxing.
He's boxing the shadows of the world, okay? The shadow of the world's past, and it's happening right now.
Well, now he's just Kenshiro. That's just this to the North Star. But I'll accept it. Oh, God. You have 0 chance to hit. That was some good stuff. Is it physically pushing it back every time you punch it? Or is like that it? Because it looked like you were just punching it so hard that it was like, whoosh, back up, you know? Shadow boxing with death, and his hunger for blood. That's right, Joel.
I feel like I had an easier time with the gloves.
Yeah, probably. You were gonna be doing more damage, right?
I think I was dealing less damage, but I was scoring knockouts.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Which meant I didn't have to fight 2 of them at once.
Well, you also weren't really fighting very much. You were just knocking stuff out and then beating them on the ground.
Get him on the ground and stomp on his face.
Yeah, the knockout was what was actually helping you.
Yeah, I think you're
You
right.
weren't, because even with the knockout, like you weren't doing very damage. You were punching them on the ground for a long time.
But by the time I got them on the ground, the fight was pretty much over.
Yeah. Much like a real fight. Did you get on the ground? You've pretty much lost. Are you aware of the situation with Arkham Origins and why we won't?
I am aware of it. I don't know any details.
So, the majority of Arkham Origins is just straight up repurposed content from Arkham City, like map and gadgets and all of that stuff. Models that were retextured. Like, the famous example is in Arkham City, you have an ice gun, and you shoot it at things and it makes icy platforms, right? And freezes stuff up.
Right.
In Arkham Origins, you have a glue gun, which does exactly the same thing with the same models and everything. It's just retextured, and everybody refers to it as glue instead of ice. That's kind of the whole game. The color palette is super washed out. The game is just generally less polished because it wasn't made by the same people. It's all the same assets, except worse.
Is it the same engine?
I would assume so. I mean, it's. I would be shocked if it was not the same engine. Let me look it up, actually. Because it's literally just the same game. Okay, so Arkham City was Unreal 3. Unreal 3. Yep, they're both the same engine.
So it's the same back end and everything, just a different studio. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, no, it's straight up like...
It's like opposite Fallout New Vegas.
It is literally, we outsourced the development and look at the difference that it made. Look at what happens when you give the B team your game. Literally the same game, just done worse. The story, like the tone of the story and everything is cool, but I would say you can get everything out of watching like a YouTube video of it all. And Rocksteady doesn't consider it one of their, like, much like Fallout, they don't consider, reverse New Vegas, because Fallout New Vegas is such a weird thing in the continuity that people generally don't like to talk about officially. Fans obviously love to talk about it, but like officially, Fallout New Vegas is questionable as to whether or not anything quote unquote officially exists, right? Because it's not the parent company.
Mm-hmm. The canon is dubious.
Yes. And it's the same situation with Arkham Origins, but in reverse, in that they outsourced it, and Rocksteady's like, yeah, we don't like to talk about that other game. We like to talk about the Arkham trilogy and the games that we made. And they're generally just higher quality, so most people go along with that too. Do you do any more or less damage from punching in the head?
I would assume no.
Okay, because I was going to say, if you do, is there any reason to not get him on the ground and punch him in the face? That would make a lot of sense, too, for this.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there are many moments in these games where I've done that and not noticed a huge difference and been upset about it. Yeah, it doesn't look like you're doing any more damage at all.
I don't like that I'm kicking people, but Clancy does what he has to do to survive.
That's right. Outside of the ring, he's a brawler. No. No, that's not true. I think this is one of those things where we can say the, where we can say that, the canon is that he's just boxing them. And the animations are something we can blame on, the engine. How about that?
Yeah? I mean, I kind of wanted to really get into it, so if I can't do that, that's going to be a bummer.
We can come up with... We can workshop this all day.
Yeah, we can.
Clancy's on his way to be... He's doing a reverse Ghost of Tsushima, where he's learning his honor as he... How's that?
Yeah? Come back here,
He's
you
a-
piece of shit.
He's a brawler who is aspiring to be a boxer. Or, a pugilist. Yeah, like Joel says, a pugilist who now stuff to be able to run the game with your bare fists. I really like those kinds of runs in games. Actually, of all games to talk about, the Fable does that really well. Where, I don't know if you ever got this far into it, Vix, but there is a boasting system in New Vegas, in Fable,
Yeah.
where when you take on a quest, they're like, hey, go kill the troll in the swamp, or go escort these guys, and you can, in addition to that, say, I'm gonna boast that I'm gonna do it barehanded, or I'm gonna boast that I'm gonna do this quest totally naked.
Yeah.
And if you manage to do it, then you gain more renown, you gain more money, at the cost of it being a more difficult mission. And you get to choose which one you want to do. So, you... Not only do you get to do that, but if you happen to know that a mission is coming up and you're like, I don't want to do this without my weapons, but I will boast that none of the people that I'm escorting will be killed. It allows for some kind of neat replayability there. And it's super basic. Like it's very rudimentary, but I enjoy it for what it is. And the combat in that game is so simple but effective. It's very serviceable combat. So you can kind of get your way around. If you want to dodge roll your way through and do that kind of stuff, you totally can. Also, the unarmed boast does not count when you say do defensive magic. So you can't like do your offensive spells where you're shooting like lightning from your hands or doing force push or anything like that. But if you say make a spell to make yourself super fast or to flash step, then you can still do that and do it barehanded, and it totally counts, and that's awesome. It's another game that I recently started playing, and I've been enjoying that quite a bit too. Except for that one fucking rock troll in the middle of the trader escort quest. That guy sucks.
Oh, a new hockey mask. Cool.
I am excited for that new whatever it is of Fable to come out. Although it's really weird because it's being made by the Forza people. And that's all they've ever made is Horizon. Like, Lionhead Studios doesn't exist anymore, so you can't give it to the people who made it, even if they did work there. I'm really excited to see what that is, because Fable is simple enough that you could give it to multiple people and have it still work just fine. But I wonder what that's gonna look like. Joel chimes in, I can't wait for xCloud, Fable on the go, let's go. Anywhere that we can get Fable, I'm down for it. And it's a bummer, because that first game you could pick up in multiple iterations on the PC. Fable 2, you can't. It was never ported to PC. And as far as I'm aware, it ceased production, and I don't think you can get it on... You can't get it most places anymore. You can get it used, and I think that's about it. Fable 2 is hard to come by these days, and it just straight up doesn't exist on PC. Fable 3 does, however, which that's probably got to be on that might be another one of the situations where it's games for Windows Live, which would suck.
Tragic.
And I would be super down to play Fable 3 on the PC. But Fable 2 is the best in the series, and the inability to play it on PC really sucks.
Fuck me!
What's up? Oh no, you got ganks here. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's quite a few of them. It's not unlike a Dark Souls here.
But unlike Dark Souls, they don't give up after a while.
Yeah. And unlike Dark Souls, the melee combat is not satisfying. It is not fun to do. Man, we gotta play Fable the Journey someday. Because that's a Kinect game.
Oh my goodness.
And I never played that. Let's see here. Oh, okay. You can get it on the Xbox One X Enhanced Fable 3, which only on Xbox One, which I don't have. Yeah. Yep, I feel like Fable 3's availability, like you can get it on Amazon, but it is still running on Games for Windows Live, so I imagine how that actually works out. I honestly wonder if it even works on Windows 10. I would definitely be able to play it. Would I be able to play it? I don't know.
That's a good question.
Oh! Oh. Interesting. Okay, so yes, you can get it to run through Steam, but you have to do some modding to get it to work. Yeah, okay, so you can activate it on Steam. I'm gonna say, maybe when we're done playing Fable 1, we're gonna play Fable 3. Because those games are great. And I'm disappointed now because, like, man, Fable 2 is a really good game. Fable 2 is the best of the games. And I would have to hook up a 360 to do it, which we can do, but I wonder if I even still have my copy of it. I have a box outside in my other room that has like all of my older games in it, and I think I still have it there. It might be alongside my copy of Burn. I hope we can get that working.
I hope so too.
I think you in particular would get a kick out of the second and third games. The first one is a bit of a hard sell because it is definitely older and it shows its age. It is still very much fun, but the fact that it shows its age in combination with being a very purposefully straightforward fantasy is something that I think might be a bit of a slow start. But it gets going with some fun stuff pretty quickly. It is just like a very archetypical, you know, when you think about a fantasy RPG, you think about the doomed hometown and oh no, the village got razed by bandits, so you go off to be a hero and come back, and it's like, yep, that's Fable.
All right, Clancy has his training hoodie now.
Cool. Get out there, do some road work.
Got to do some road work.
I'll just start strumming my guitar in the background. We'll pretend that it's we'll pretend that we're on our way to Palooza. You know, there are a lot of EPO games out there too.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. EPO's been going hard. So actually I think they have, I want to say like at least 2 or 3 on the PS2 alone. There are... Wow, okay. List of Hajime no Ippo games. Nintendo Game Boy Advance, Hajime no Ippo The Fighting. Nintendo DS, Hajime no Ippo The Fighting. He's also in Sunday X Magazine Hot Fight Dream 9 and Sunday and Magazine White Comic. Nintendo Wii, Hajime no Ippo Revolution. PlayStation, Hajime no Ippo The Fighting. God, yep, a lot of these. Yeah, there are 3 PlayStation 2 games. Victorious Boxers, Victorious Road, and All-Stars. PSP had 2 games. PS3 had Hajime no Ippo The Fighting. And the PC had a couple of games too, looks like.
I'm surprised that there's so many.
I mean, Ippo has been going for a long, long time. Ippo's big. Like
Yeah.
it is a cultural touchstone in some ways. Excuse me. Dude, these computer games look awesome. Computer. Hajime no Ippo, the typing. Hajime no Ippo, the typing. Second
it.
step. And
I love
Hajime no Ippo, the fighting MMO.
Fuck off.
Hajime no Ippo has a game for mobile devices called The Fighting the Champion. And also there's an arcade punching mini. And Ippo has appeared in a couple of other games as well. We could play most of these games. I mean, most of them are just fighting games, so it's whatever. I want to play Hajime no Ippo the Typing. Released in Japan August 3rd, 2001. It probably never came to America.
Probably not.
Let's I'm gonna look up some footage on this, see what we've got. Fuck off. I went to the Ippo Reddit because of course. And the very first thing is, so apparently there must have been a game made to help kids learn to type or something. I saw it listed on Amazon Japan. I'm entirely sure for what it says. Here's a video of it in action. And the very first comment is, "Dear Strong Ippo, how do you type with boxing gloves on? Craftfully yours, Flame Cannon." I love it. Okay. Yeah, this is only a Japanese typing game, so there's probably no ability to play this in English.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty good, actually. Let me take a look at Hajime no Ippo, the typing second step. I really love fan-made wikis and how they try to put everything they possibly can, even when there's nothing. Hajime no Ippo the Typing, second step, is a typing-based game that came out on Windows or Macs on February 22nd, 2002. It is a sequel game. This section is a stub. You can help Wiki Ippo by expanding it. It is a sequel game. Just in case. I typed in Hajime no Ippo the Typing second step into Google, and the first thing that came up is a video about 18 minutes long. Why I gave up on Hajime no Ippo. You played yourself.
Yeah.
I need to see about this Hajime no Ippo MMO. Cause what? Huh? Oh. How to play. Only keyboard is required to play this game. This might be a fan game. I'm gonna back out of this, I think. I'm not entirely sure that I want to open a fan game on this web browser.
Yeah, maybe not. We've got some options here.
Mm-hmm.
What should we go with?
Let's see.
We could get another point. And also, I've been informed that there are no bobbleheads in this game, so there's no detriment to rolling a hard 10.
Honestly, doing the intense training over and over and over is a way to, like, doing it early and often does break the game quite a bit.
And I don't see anything here that I want, so I think that's what we're gonna do.
I think so too.
And what should we put it into?
Let's see what we got. Well, endurance is at a 9.
Could kick that up to a 10.
Yeah, just to make sure that we've got it, I guess. Unless endurance is probably what you want.
Because we have been dying a lot.
Yeah, I would say endurance is probably the move. And there you go, you got 2 perfects.
It's a great start.
Oh boy. I'm gonna, you know what? Yeah, I'm totally gonna add this Fable 3 to my cart because I want it. I've been going down this rabbit hole of looking at guitar parts and different accessories for guitars, and I have to stop myself because it's an expensive as shit thing to get into.
It's an expensive hobby.
Especially if you take a look and you see, oh, this looks like a real nice guitar. How much does this retail? How many thousands of dollars? No thanks. No thank you.
Oh, check this out. We got some action happening.
Oh yeah? Action Jackson? Oh. Fighters on the storm.
Let's see who wins.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! Don't try it! Alright, go!
Did you see that?
Is it gonna be Anakin? Oh! Obi-Wan totally did it.
No, none at all. We've been traveling together since I picked her up a few days ago, and she's been friendly this whole time. We'd actually been flirting a little.
I don't know if I trust this guy.
Gun out and began yelling at me to hand my caps over. Now that I think of it, though, she laughed when I threw her my money. I think what she really wanted was my.
I don't know if I trust the other guy either.
Yeah, every once in
I
a
don't
while
trust
you can
anybody.
Find a cap with a blue star on it. They're pretty
I don't
rare,
trust
so
nobody,
I
and
started
nobody
collecting
trusts
them.
me.
Once I had enough, I made a necklace.
I'll be the
out of
actor
them,
starring
since
in
I
your
thought
bad
they were lucky.
dreams.
What do you think? Should we take his caps? He's almost dead.
Yeah,
You don't trust him? Should we do it?
I don't trust him.
What? The hell I will.
Those caps are bad luck. I mean, you could take it a couple different ways, right?
Yeah.
You could either give him a head start and let him know that you're going to attack him, or you could just be like, "Hey, man, I'm glad I came along," and then he'll walk away happily, and then you attack him.